Well, welcome everybody. Today we're doing Friday's Heroes as we do every week on Friday. It's always a great time to highlight our great public safety personnel and the great work that's going on in the community. Today we're at Fire Station 8, which is at Tramway and Indian School. I'm always proud of Fire Station 8. This is the home of our brand new rescue unit. Many folks know that it's been about, what, 2 years ago? Yeah. 2 years ago, we added a new rescue unit up here at Station 8, which actually has been a wonderful thing for this part of the city. This is the station that services, at least one of the stations that services the part of the city that my family lives in, and we just feel great about the work that these ladies and gentlemen do here. So today we're going to do two things. We're going to do Friday's Heroes, and then instead of an Employee of the Week this week, we are going to. These guys are working for. That's fine. Don't worry about that. You guys are on the job. But then we're also going to talk about an award that the Albuquerque Fire Department got dealing with the veterans issues yesterday that we're really proud of. So today on the Friday's Heroes front, let's do that first. We're honoring a long list of firefighters who saved a man's life a few months ago. Displaced among the jagged side of the Sandia Mountains, unfortunately positioned between boulders and prickly pears, cactus, an injured bicyclist was forced to call for help after taking a dangerous tumble. And this is probably the third or fourth story we've had like this in the last couple of months. With the nice weather, people get up on the trail systems and sometimes they get in a jam. Our emergency response staff from Albuquerque Fire Department responded to the call and took on the challenging mountainous terrain to rescue this individual. The Albuquerque firefighters who responded to this call coordinated the communication effort with the Albuquerque Police Department, the Albuquerque Ambulance System, and Albuquerque Mountain Search and Rescue. These AFD heroes hiked about 1.5 miles into the mountains with their gear and physically carried out the injured bicyclist back down the steep trail system. They gave the patient to the rescue unit, which immediately transported the individual to the hospital. The fall victim was conscious but had a cut on his head and bruises in the abdomen. Medical officials later told us that the bicyclist had a ruptured spleen, and if our firefighters had not found him that evening, he would have died. And that's another story we hear with skiing accidents and other accidents with bicyclists. A lot of us here really enjoy the Sandia Mountains. I know my family and I do, for the various outdoor opportunities they provide, but we hear about people getting lost and injured fairly frequently. And it's definitely reassuring to know that these heroes are in such good shape and are so driven to ensure our safety and well-being, and we want to make sure that we thank each and every one of you individually. As a mayor, I can tell you we're very proud of our public safety system in Albuquerque. I say it every time we have Friday's Heroes. We have the best fire department in the country. I talk to mayors around the country. I travel. We talk about public safety as mayors. We talk to individuals in our community. This morning I had breakfast with some individuals talking about public safety as well. And everybody's absolutely so proud of the Albuquerque Fire Department. We're so proud that we've been able to build 2 new fire stations in just the last year. This hasn't been made public yet. We'll have a different press conference on this later. But we went to the legislature this year. And as a mayor, you get an opportunity to ask the legislators on their capital outlay what you want and projects that are important to you. And this year we asked for fire trucks and police cars. So hopefully we'll have some nice things to announce on that in the coming weeks as well, because we want to make sure you have the equipment that you need. With that, I want to bring Chief Breen up to say a few words, and he's going to recognize these heroes. Do we have the coins here? I don't see them.
They're right next to your wrist.
Okay, so while Chief Breen is announcing the individuals from Engine 16 and Engine 8 and others, I'll be handing out these Friday's Heroes coins, which Chief Breen had commissioned for this exact purpose. And we give these coins to our heroes on Fridays. And it's with great joy as a mayor that I do that. So I'll have Chief Breen finish up, and then we'll do the coin presentations.
Thank you, Chief. Well, this is just a great example of what we do every day. We have a great workforce, great firefighters that deliver high value service to our citizens. And over the last couple of years, a lot of effort is going into increase our capabilities. And one of those capabilities was wildland rescue. We've done this through equipment purchases and training and working with other agencies like the Albuquerque Mountain Rescue Council to increase our capability to provide a higher level of service to our citizens, so that when people get hurt or injured in these wildland areas, we have the ability or the capability to get in there, stabilize that patient, package them, and get them out safely and transported to a hospital in a timely manner. And this is an amazing group of firefighters. They're out there doing the job, saving lives, and on this particular day, as you can see, it's kind of a team effort. We don't do anything alone. We always do it in groups. And this was a particular incident that required the efforts of 5 units. And so it's really our honor to recognize these men and women today. And I'm just going to read them off by name. Commander Vic Padilla, Lieutenant Joe Luna.
Raise your hand so people know who you are.
Firefighter Sarah Jones, firefighter Mario Armijo, Captain Jed Hyland, driver Paul McClure, firefighter Eric Valdez, Lieutenant Steve Keffer, driver Michael Colberts, driver Justin Spain, driver Greg Ochoa, and on Squad 2, Captain Paul Dow, driver Michael Palmer, firefighter Anthony Mazzotti, and firefighter Jose Gomez. These are a great group of public safety professionals that you can count on every day to get the job done, and so it's our honor to recognize them today.
Good job, everybody. Yeah. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Appreciate you so much. How's the new rescue? Good. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks, Nicky. You got one left.
I'll take it.
Here you go, buddy. I don't know if Chief Breen's ever gotten one of those or not.
I have a bag full of
them. But we want to say thank you so much. And if we can get these folks to stay up here, I want to switch gears for a little bit, and I want to talk about a really special award that the city of Albuquerque received yesterday. And I think it speaks volumes about the quality of the organization we have and the care we have for those who are serving our country as well as those who are serving our community. And I want to congratulate our Albuquerque Fire Department. As some of you know, as I said yesterday, they were awarded a very coveted award for their support of military members. The quote-unquote Above and Beyond Award from the National Guard and Reserve Forces recognizes organizations that do an outstanding job of supporting their employees who are on active duty. Here in Albuquerque, we realize how much these brave men and women sacrifice for their communities, time away from their family, time away from their careers. And they've stepped up, and we want to step up with this award. They stepped up and reciprocated that gift. We created the Veterans Recognition and Preference Initiative at the city of Albuquerque about a year or so ago, which helps get qualified veterans interviewed for positions within the city. And what that really means, the long and the short of that is, we have thousands and thousands of people each year that apply for positions at the city. In fact, I think the number is, don't quote me on this, but I think the number is about 50,000 people a year will apply for one position or the other at the city of Albuquerque. About 8% of those individuals get a chance to get an interview. And the fact of the matter is, if you don't get a chance to get an interview, your chances of getting hired are fairly slim. So what we did with our veterans preference, we wanted to make it simple but meaningful and something that could be duplicated within the private sector and the public sector around New Mexico and other places. We simply said, if you're a qualified veteran for that position, we will guarantee you an interview. And that may sound simple, but what it really does is it moves you in front of 92% of the folks that apply for that job. And it puts you at the head of the line and gives you that great opportunity. So we've done that, and recently we also launched the Challenge Coin, which is a large coin that we're distributing to veterans who are currently employed by the city of Albuquerque. It's just a token. Roger Newell, who's our veterans liaison, came up with the idea, and if you know military individuals, they're proud of their Challenge Coins, and they love to have that. So now we have one of those that says the city of Albuquerque, and it's a way for us to honor our veterans as well. And we want to ensure that our active duty members as well as our veterans receive the recognition and the praise that they receive. So I'm really proud of AFD and Chief Breen for receiving this award. I believe, do we have the copy of the award here? So this is the award. This is the award that the city of Albuquerque received yesterday. It's a very prestigious award. AFD was nominated to represent our state for this prestigious Public Receives Support of Military Members Award, and its nomination for that goes to the nation's capital. So now that we've won the state award, I believe this goes to the nation. This goes now to Washington, and we're in the running for the national award as well. And if we're privileged to get that award, it will be presented by the Secretary of Defense. And so a special thank you to AFD Lieutenant Eric Rasmussen, from Rescue 16 for nominating AFD. Lieutenant Rasmussen is active duty and employed by AFD, which were two of the requirements to be able to nominate in the first place. So I'm going to have Chief Breen say a few things about this, but what it says is this: it's from the employer support of the Guard and Reserve. It's the 2013 Department of Defense awards to the City of Albuquerque Fire Department. It says, presented on behalf of the men and women of America's Reserve Forces for outstanding service to the national defense through continuing support of the National Guard and Reserve. So with that, I'm going to have Chief come up and say a few extra words on that, and then we'll be glad to open it for questions or any individual interviews that you'd like to have. Chief?
The Albuquerque Fire Department is a paramilitary organization, and probably about a third of our workforce have served in some capacity with some branch of the military. And so we get it, and we know that last year we had 4 members in Afghanistan and 2 in Kosovo, and Lieutenant Rasmussen was in Japan, and these were very long deployments. They were in excess of 12 months. And we recognized that we wanted to support them while they were gone, and that meant supporting their families. So the city has a nice benefit package for people that are serving in the Guards or the Reserves, and but we went a step further. We organized care packages that were sent to these guys that were overseas, and email updates. So when they would send something to us, we would put it out in a newsletter to update our members about what these guys were experiencing and what they were doing. And we made contact with the family members once a month to see if they had any needs. And if they had a need, we would deploy resources to help them fix something, whether it was a leaky faucet or a garage door that wouldn't shut, something of that nature. And so it was really the efforts of our department, the men and women behind me, that really reached out to these guys, gave them that emotional support that they needed. And when the family members needed something, it was these men and women that stepped up, went to the homes, fixed what needed to be fixed, to show them that they didn't have to worry about their loved ones that were left behind, that we would take care of them so that they could focus on their mission for the United States.
Well done.
Right.
Well done. That's... So normally at the mayor's office we have a trophy case that we keep these things in, but I want you to keep this at the academy. I want you to keep this out at your offices, because this is really a tribute to your great department as well as to the city of Albuquerque. So let's make sure you guys keep a hold of that, and we appreciate you very much.